Hello and welcome to Hindustan Times Auto. You've seen the big ticket launch of the Mahindra Scorpio-N, and well, it is an SUV that is promising a whole lot for the Indian car buyers. To speak to us more about the car, the strategy, we are joined today by Veejay Nakra. He's the president of the Mahindra Automotive division. Vijay, congratulations on the launch. It's a car that's
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We've been waiting for quite some time. Every car, every model from any brand has a story to tell. Tell us the Scorpio-N story.
Well, the Scorpio story has always been the story of disruption. 20 years ago when we launched Scorpio, it was a disruption. It disrupted the entire SUV segment when we took on the mid-size car segment. Scorpio-N is the story of the disruption at the next level. We call it Scorpio-N because it's an all-new Scorpio. There is no carryover from the current Scorpio. It's an all-new platform. The design, the interiors, the ride, handling, engine, suspension, technology, everything is all new. And we believe this time around the story of disruption will continue, but we believe it will be a disruption that will be aspirational to the C segment SUV buyers, and it will be something which will be compelling for any D segment SUV buyer to look at from a proposition what this has to offer to the customers.
Right, before we take a deep dive into the C and the D segment, this car will also be sold alongside the existing Scorpio, which has done phenomenally well. Was there a particular reason why you chose to also persist with the conventional Scorpio?
Two totally different products, different dimensions, different footprint, different customers that we believe we would cater to. We believe the Scorpio has got its pockets of very high brand equity, and we believe it will continue there. There are certain applications where that product finds very high usage. There are customers who love the swinging tail door with side-facing seats for easy entry exit for the kind of usage that they have, and we believe that product will continue to cater to that. The Scorpio-N is going to be for, as you saw in my presentation that I covered, which is the global Indian, and it's also a product that we simultaneously launched today in South Africa and Nepal.
But is the target audience of the Scorpio-N specifically a younger SUV buyer? Because the car comes loaded with not just great looks, but a whole lot of features on the inside as well.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. If I was to define a core target audience, we believe it's going to be from the age group of, let's say, 24 to 35. That would be the core target group. Urban dwellers, people who want what I call not a unique selling proposition, but an ESP, which is every selling proposition. They want everything in a product, from design to sophistication to the ride and handling like a car, all the technology, safety, and premium interiors. So it's a full packed house that they look for, and we believe that's what we have an offering here with the Scorpio-N.
Valid point, but then when the Indian customer is actually looking for all of these features, great rides, all of the points you mentioned, in all of this, has the new age Indian customer become price agnostic, where he's not looking at the pricing structure all that much?
I wouldn't necessarily agree with you, because I think one thing we must remember, that an Indian customer truly understands the meaning of value for money. It's not about cheap or low price. What's important is value for money. That's in the DNA of Indians, and we are very proud about that. And as an Indian global multinational, that's what we've done with this product. We've given you everything that a global SUV would offer at a superb price. That's what we mean by value for money.
So Scorpio has, as you say, a lot going for it at a value proposition as well.
A very compelling value proposition.
Compelling value proposition, but at a time when a lot of manufacturers are either concentrating on petrol, or in the case of bigger cars, in luxury cars, even now luxury manufacturers are persisting with some of that with a petrol only strategy. And in the mass market segment, there is petrol as well as diesel, and some mass makers are completely ditching diesel. Why is Mahindra persisting?
We believe in the power of choice to our customer. We want to give the customer both the options. There are some what we call petrol lovers, and there are some diesel lovers. So we want to give the option to both and let the market decide what they want to choose.
All right, so bookings for the new Scorpio start, you mentioned, on July 30th. Delivery timelines, you said?
Festive season.
But there has been some growing concern with deliveries. I know you keep getting this question a lot. With the XUV doing phenomenally well, the waiting period has also been quite a lot. So
That's true. We continue to get significantly higher bookings every month of the XUV 700 than we've been able
sorry
to
to interrupt,
produce.
but is that a good problem to have, or
Look, at some point in time, it is embarrassing because you definitely, any strong brand will always have a waiting. It's always a fine balance on how much is that waiting and how much is your ability to ramp up and deliver and reduce the waiting period. So we do have some challenges with the 700. We are doing everything that we need to address that. But clearly when it comes to the Scorpio-N, which is where you were coming back to, this launch was planned. So our inventory planning has taken into consideration that when we want to start deliveries in the festive season with a certain volume, that has gone into the planning into the launch.
how much has the lessons from, say, the new Thar and the XUV 700 gone into?
Like I said, proper planning for launch, ensuring that the supply chain has been tied up as we go along through the launch. All of those learnings have gone into the launch. At least from the supply side, of course, from a brand creation and launch, the story of creating blockbuster launches continues with Thar, then 700, and now with the Scorpio.
Fair enough. That gets me to my final question. It's one that's a little different from Scorpio, and in fact the powertrain as well. What is happening in the electric domain? When do we see something electrified?
Well,
Powerful, of course, but
We
electrified.
put it out there saying that 15th August is when we'll talk about it. So watch the space for more.
All right, so 15th August for the electric space. For now, though, the Scorpio-N promises a whole lot of power punch in the SUV segment C space as well as the D segment. Thank you so much for speaking to us, and congratulations.
My
once again.
pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you.